Okay, I have no idea how to do this, but control. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think we can move into. No. Okay, so, hi guys. I don't know if this works, but this is my first time using live stream webinar, so please stick with me. I'll present the lesson 4 for our MIT launch, entrepreneurship on team norms and elevator pitch for today. And I hope you guys are doing well these days in this short October break. And wherever you guys are, yeah, have fun. Okay, we'll start. Okay, it's go weird. Oh my god. Okay, this works. Okay, this sort of works. Okay, so this is our 4th week into the Launch X program, and today we're going to talk about that, team norms and elevator pitch. So the most important part of today is about, well, team activity, in which we're not going to do, setting up your teams, and also a little short explanation about elevator pitches. And so as of today, which is October 2nd, we need to start organizing people into different groups and talking to a student crew. So we're thinking about 3 groups in total, and all of you guys will be co-founders of one of those 3 companies. Anyone who's interested in a company with a very viable idea, form teams together of about from 3 to 6 people, and then come talk to me, because I need to start sending money to MIT as soon as possible. Okay, so teamwork activities. Cups, what can your groups identify with it? Yeah, we technically don't do this, as all of us are not here, so whatever. Anyways, take that out. I'll send these PowerPoint slides to the group chat, so you guys can take a look. I expect you guys to look over all the video stuff, information like this. You can take a look and watch The Social Network. I've watched it before. It's highly confusing, but it's pretty fun. And a lot of corporate drama that's being incorporated into this movie. Anyways, let's talk about some dysfunctions of a team. So here in LaunchX, as club president and education lead, with my friends and my colleagues who are going to be the human resources and the human resources, other leads of this club. Uh, our mission to be in this position is to help you guys get into teams that work together well. And so usually the five dysfunctions of a team come from lack of trust, excessive conflict, lack of commitment, failure to focus on results, and little or no accountability. And so these factors we're trying to shift away from, and we may encounter some of these factors throughout the school year as we progress through our different companies or app developments, but whenever needed. And so this is about team norms and how to form these teams in a very ethical manner, I guess. Well, yeah, I have no idea why they're doing this. Let's get out of here. We need to go through a working agreement between everybody. And so what that really means is that all of you guys should have some form of agreement, whether a physical copy of a legal contract or whatever, or just verbally talking to somebody else and getting a sense of idea of between each other. And so yeah, go through. Well, we honestly, I'm here to talk to you guys and not converse with you guys right now. So I'm just gonna go through this PowerPoint slide because it's usually like a physical conversational exercise. Well, you guys should also, as companies, you guys should also have a sense of idea of when and where you guys will meet. This needs to have some kind of consensus. Everyone in high school is relatively busy throughout the entire school year, so you guys got to create some kind of time management schedule in order for you all to meet together and develop your product or application in a given amount of time, because it's very difficult for these companies to actually expand to to success while we already have this much pressure from the school. And so time management and consensus amongst each other in your group is very, very important. How do you communicate between meetings? Well, you guys have to be how do you say this? More of a communicate. Like you guys have to communicate. Like how do you say this? Yeah, like communicate well. Don't communicate like don't shout amongst each other. Don't use profanity. Use professionalism, I guess. Be as professional as possible, but not to the point where you guys are not friends anymore. How will you track your progress? Well, mainly that will be through the progress tracker that LaunchX gives us, which we will have that as soon as we pay our money. But I have some applications like Rike and The Pulse, which are phone applications also incorporated into computers that can actually help you to track your progress amongst your group members. And if you guys want to talk to me about that, then sure, I'm more than welcome to talk to you guys about tracking progress and time management, as well as your operations management throughout your company. Let me just check if we're still online. Yes, sort of now. Oh my god, that's scary. Okay, never mind. Anyways, how we make decisions, how will team deal with conflicts, use structure to make decisions when there is a disagreement by looking back at company goals. Again, this is about, this is purely about ethical, where people are inclined to get into a conflict. Like me, like I was in I'm going off a tangent, but it's okay. I went to the Yale camp for a National Student Leadership Conference, and I was in the business and entrepreneurship program. And when we were having our product meeting, I mean, what was it again? Um, Company meeting with all of the members, with all of the departments, including operations, legal, marketing, and finance. I had a very bad disagreement with the legal department because of some issues with negotiating with other companies in the program, because we had different companies. So we were a fashion company, but the other team was a very bad. I think it was Florida Airlines or something. It was very bad. They had the worst company out of all of us, and we felt like we were above them, and then we talked in a very cocky, like annoying manner. We told them we can make a deal unless you give us like a few $1 million, and we will give you the amount of profit that you guys should earn. And so it was actually like a ultimatum, like it's not going to be possible and we're going to declare war on your company. But yeah, disputes happen, but eventually worked them out. So making decisions and team cooperation is vital for your team to succeed, because once there is a dispute amongst the members of your group, there's going to be grave consequences, and you guys might not have the capability of performing the same functions as before. And so what I'm striving here to talk to you about and launch X is that you guys need to make decisions in a very professional manner, and have some kind of agreement point where so you guys don't get into a conflict like this. Once you get into a conflict, all the relations would go down, boom, you're all done. So the entire company will crash when something like that happens. So I hope you guys don't have that kind of experience. But honestly, if you guys experience this, then you would actually understand what I'm talking about. Work style preferences is okay, this technically constitutes to things like how much time you're going to invest in this company, and what kind of style you're going to use in order to make this company. Let's say you guys meet at Starbucks to make this company. What are the cons of that? What are the pros of that? But then you guys meet in a more, let's say, tranquil, quiet place in relation to Starbucks, then it might be better. Also, this technically the last point summons up every single point before it, which is that what kind of system you guys are going to have for your company, and overall that's fairly important for you guys. Meeting roles. This is I guess this isn't really necessary, but you guys could have a chief accountability officer. Well, this is probably like how do you say this? What was that sound though? This is probably like a human resources manager. Yeah, like Hanson's role in the MIT Launch Club. For our club, which is but then the chief accountability officer would be mainly responsible for your company. Let me check live stream. What's happening? Oh, that's Lawrence. Hi, Lawrence. What else? Who will make sure the team is staying on track with milestones? Well, technically, this should be the operations manager. I have no authority to guide you guys through what kind of things you guys need to do. Okay, you guys need to decide who's going to be CEO, who's going to be vice president, or whatever. I don't care. All you guys are going to be co-founders of your company, no matter what. You can't have a main founder and a co-founder like Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. But then you guys could decide either you're a president or vice president or finance manager, whatever. it would mainly be based on the department that you're in charge of. That being that if you're in the operations department, then most likely you would be the president and CEO because you're the visionary concept of the entire company or business. But it could be different. Some companies in the world have different kinds of structures, and so the actual technical person might be the CEO and president of the company, and not the visionary person. And so you guys could decide this anywhere, like anywhere in that matter. But then I would strongly recommend that the president of the company or the CEO of the company be on track with different milestones, different different progress trackers of the company, because it's his or her job to do that as operations manager of the company. And so mostly that would be based on the discretion of your teammates. Who will be the chief fun of? Okay, this is ridiculous. Who makes sure team members are having a good time? Again, I honestly, you guys can have this kind of stuff. I honestly don't care, but it's a good thing to have relaxing moment, a person who actually reminds everybody in the group that you guys are still humans. Don't work yourselves too hard, or like don't get into too bad like too much disputes and whatnot. So it's good to have chief fun officer. It's not an important, like, it's not a job. Like, okay, you get paid to be chief fun officer. You just volunteer for that position, I guess. I mean, if you want to give more profits, like more income, like increase wages for the chief fund officer, I don't care. But it's just an idea for you guys to, incorporate it into your company. This is very interesting. I would actually want to see working agreements, like a legal document that you guys make as a working agreement amongst your group members. That would be awesome. Like I don't know what I would do, but that would be cool. And then team goals. This is usually decided by everyone, although this is mainly the mission or the vision of the company, in which how the company will succeed in terms of their field of how do you say this, business. What would success look like for this experience? This is so you guys, like, product pitch would mainly be, or elevator pitch would mainly be your platform or your project that you make in order to outline what kind of success you're going to achieve. Again, as the slide says, it should not be a finalist, which means that you can't, like, the achievement that you think your company is going to make is not the final decision. It's not going to be the final like pathway in which your company is going to go through. There's going to be different obstacles that are going to stop you from achieving some of the goals, and you're going to have to alternate your pathway to success somehow throughout the school year. And so like have a general idea of what kind of success you're going to experience, what kind of success you would like for this experience, but understand that it's going to change and fluctuate in some manner. What are your objectives as an individual and as a team? I mean, again, this is also like a conversational wise thing. We'll talk about these team norms and exercises and whatnot when we get back. What happened after launch clubs continue success? Okay, this is important. Why? Because dedication and commitment. Because usually, like, MIT Launch Club, or Launch X Club as like the current name shows, is a platform for you guys to hopefully create a company or application and help you go through that process of development and push you to that limit of successful entrepreneurship. But the main reason why we're doing this is because we want you guys to succeed as a company in the future. And so not only to not like it's not only like your company shouldn't stop after you leave MIT Launch Club in the future. Uh, I would personally be very favorable if you guys continue your companies or applications um, throughout your like the rest of the future after you guys have graduated after out of these our MIT launch club, because technically the successful ones do like come out and still continue their progress after they have succeeded in creating a company, MIT Launch Club. And so it would like it's just a very commitment type issue. And as an entrepreneur, I think it's very important for everyone to have this kind of dedication. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, great. Okay, I'm so sorry. Your homework, create working agreement. When the template for working agreement. Okay, I actually went to Edmodo to talk to this about other club leaders, and apparently we don't have a progress platform for you guys, and we don't have a working agreement for you guys as of now because we haven't paid yet. Yeah, MIT launch is not doing very well these days. They're shifting campuses or something. They're moving away from MIT, but they still have the MIT campus, but they're just shifting into different like universities for MIT launch. So they're expanding, and so their startup like progress platform is really really slow right now. And based on the fact that we have an October break, it's very difficult for us to access this stuff. So yeah, so you guys, good stuff. You don't need to do the homework as of now. Yay! But optional, you guys can create a legal document amongst your team members. If you think you have an idea, like you could be a co-founder or like a main founder of your company, okay, and then you can start making like a legal document saying, okay, what your co-founders have to do, what are the legislative, like rule regulation whatever rules that you need to follow in your company and whatnot. You can make that if you are interested, but definitely this is not required. As soon as we get our progress platform and our working agreement stuff, and you guys get a personal mentor, I think. Yeah, you guys get a personal mentor. That's so cool. Get a mentor. Then I'll let you guys do your stuff and create your own companies then. But right now, I'm just telling you guys how teams collaborate amongst each other through cooperative action. Oh wow, they actually give you. I'll actually send you guys this later. This is pretty nice. Oh my god, that's awesome. Uh, Anyways, let's go on to elevator pitches. I'm not sure if I can. Wait, does this actually? Can you guys hear this? I don't know. Oh crap! No, 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 no. This is stupid. Mm, exactly. Okay. Wait. Who's doing that? Oh, hi. Okay. Anyways, I am just telling you guys this that the elevator pitch is something that you guys will need to do really, really early on. And I think it's this week. No, no, no. Next week, Friday or next week. Take a look at the calendar actually to see. We actually do have an elevator pitch that's due to fluid review over the course of the next few weeks, and so yeah. Okay. Okay. This is good. Yeah. Hello. Hello. Yeah. Yes. Anyways, um, each one of your companies have to create an elevator pitch to present to launch. I mean, fluid review, whatever, and it would basically be the guiding visionary concept in which your company is going to go through. And so you don't need to explain very, very thoroughly like what kind of tracking, what kind of marketing system they're going to do, um, the specifics about your company or product, but mainly your visionary concept and what you're going to do, your intended audience, probably even your budget, I guess. I have no idea, but I would show you guys. I'm going to attach some files to um, the email that I'm going to send to you guys, as well as the WeChat group on the elevator pitches that other launch clubs have made. They're technic they're like okay, I guess, in terms of their how to say this their level of professionalism in comparison to the product pitch, but then they don't have as much detailed information because it's not necessary. It's just like a visionary. It's just telling the audience what your vision is, what kind of company you're going to create, and who you're going to reach out to. Again, elevator pitches is just a start, and so it does not have to be the finalized plan or direction in which your company can go. And so it depends purely on your company's people, the people in your company, managers, and the co-founders of the company, basically. So, but then elevator pitches need to be submitted almost immediately, and yeah, it doesn't have to have good film quality, but then things like that encouraged. Anyways, let's go. You guys, I'll include the PowerPoint the presentation has the elevator pitch video, so you guys can take a look at that later. You guys can also take a look at the different, how do you say this? Okay, wait, let me change back to the screen. Boom. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna go back. You guys can watch elevator pitches later, and then basically this slide shows like how to set up basically elevator pitch. Take a look at that. It's actually very easy. I think since our school is so like good at like the filming department, I think we would be doing fine in this elevator pitch. But it's mainly about what you input in terms of the context. And so about these things, like how to make a good story, use your own imagination. But it's good to watch these kind of videos. Anyways, this is the basic elevator pitch outline in which you guys are going to follow. So first of all, setup. I have no idea why it says who is your hero, but it's basically what is your goal. And so sort of it's like an overview of what your company is going to be. You could identify a problem. Let's say toilets are disgusting these days. So you have the whatever your product name is to help whatever, and then continue on to talk about what kind of product you're going to introduce. Confrontation mostly is what kind of obstacles you guys going to like encounter. What are the solutions to the problem that you are presenting that are not good enough and needs to be improved? Or if you're creating a business that has no substitute, then say why the problem is crap, and then you should use this product to help. How to say this? Just help help make better the experience of whatever. And then the resolution, which is basically solution you have had, what kind of executions you're going to execute. What the hell? I mean, what kind of things you're going to execute, whatnot. Yeah. When you're delivering your pitch, obviously you want to be engaging. So not like the first example we just saw, which is like really technical, like really boring, and like people like usually in charismatic behaviors, even if you're really charismatic, you have really high persuasive methods, then you don't even need to know what the product is, and you could sell this product to another person swiftly like that. And like that's mainly because of how you approach them and not by the product itself. And so that's very important. It's a psychological issue. You could go take a look at Charisma on Command, which is a YouTube channel that I've been watching since Donald Trump ran for president, and it really analyzes some of the political figures that are going on in the United States. And I think they also talk about business type of charismatic behaviors, as well as different kinds of language, body language, and attitudes you should have, conducting business and whatnot, as well as political issues, which ties in really, really similarly. So take a look. It's called Charisma on Command. Uh, Anyways, intro is very important. Why? This is the same thing as an essay. It's like catching your audience and like that hook. It's very, very important. So you don't want your audience to, like just back off, like leave the scene without even understanding what the product is because you had a very, very bad intro. Second, which is to make your audience care. Again, this is very important because like your audience is basically who you're going to sell your product to, and so that is basically your clients. And why that's important? Because your revenue, your income goes through that goes through them. They're your buyers, so you really want them to like care about the issue, care about what your company is. And so this is also like a development process in which how you can decide what kind of company you want, because you want to create companies or startups that really catches people's attention in terms of their lifestyle and what kind of things they care about. Don't be like, oh my god, okay, we're going to make a company that's about I don't know, like creating more variety of IB textbooks. I don't know. The majority of people wouldn't care about that kind of like company. So you want to create a company that's more like engulfing their interests, and so something like sending people to Mars or something. I don't know, Elon Musk. That would be something that maybe a lot of people would be interested in because of current global warming, climate change, or whatever. So also appealing to emotions and data. This is also tied to charisma and persuasion. Why? Because the emotional appeal is basically what constitutes how you persuade your audience. And so that's very important because, again, whatever you sell to, it's not the product. It's not only the product that's going to buy you the audience, but it's also how you present the product that's important. And you could be in any kind of emotion you want. Don't be too aggressive though. That might, like scare off people. But go into an emotional status where people feel comfortable and that you create your emotions to like care, like it's like you're caring about the audience and stuff like that. No matter like even if you don't, still like try to be like that. It's like this kind of hypocritical manner, but it's fine. Realize the importance of tone and body language. I think I spoke this earlier, but body language and tone are both very important. How people perceive your body language is very important. And if you're like a very aggressive figure, then people are more inclined to like reject your offer and whatnot. But if you're more open up and positive, then people would be like, people would be more inclined to buy your product and cooperate with you in some way. This is not only like occurring in business or politics, but it occurs in daily social life. And so I think, this is, we could turn this into Launch X Club and psychology, social psychology. No, whatever. Social psychology club. I don't know. Your tone should be passionate and engaging. Again, it's all important. Engagement tone that's like boring like this. You want a tone that's more like energetic. It feels like you care about the product, and that you have great facial expressions. You don't want to have a like a face like you don't want to have a face like you just finished like a test or something. You want a face that's very positive and that it feels that you're very optimistic of your product. body positioning. Obviously, you don't want to face backwards from your audience, which is your video camera, but you want to face up straight and looking at the camera straight forward like that, and that gives a positive image to the audience as a whole. Space and props. So you don't want to make the setting very, like it feels like very messy or something, but you want to make it feel like it's a very friendly environment and whatnot. Okay, so this is basically what you guys have to do in the course of the next few days. Let me take a look at the calendar. Basically, okay, let me see. This is where your mentors. So October 28th is basically when your guys are assigned mentors, and yeah, that's it. October 15th is, yeah, there you go. October 15th is when elevator pitches are due, and so those are we need to do that by then, which is October 15th. When is that? October 15th. What is October 15th? When is October 15th? Oh wow, okay, it's next Sunday. That's actually not that far away. Being the fact that we're going to have what is it called again? Different, tests and whatnot. There's TOEFL, there's SAT, there's PSAT for some students, and as well as other academic GPA grades and whatnot. So yeah, that's mainly what's important in current structure. I think I just found out that I presented the wrong PowerPoint, but it's fine. This PowerPoint is perfect. Now you guys have a general idea of how you guys can form groups and whatnot, but we'll move on to current lesson. Actually, current lesson. I have no idea why. Yes, no, yes, please. Yes, this is it. Okay, my apologies, but we're going to do this also, which is week 3. Let me take off this. Let's go back to screen share. Okay. Oh my God, I just realized webinars are so tiring. Okay. For launch club week 3, we don't really need to go through that much. We're just going to go like 3 slides. Yes, these 3 slides or 4 slides. Basically, you guys have not formed teams, obviously, but over the course of this week and the weekend, you guys should have a general idea what kind of company you guys want to make and who you guys want in your group in general. And yeah, so this is basically an outline of effective teams. So so this is also correlates to team and time management. And so first of all, 60% should be incorporated to team design, which is what kind of responsibilities, roles you would be in charge of, and team size, how many people are in your team composition, no idea what that means. Team launch, this is basically started to gather the ideas, how to kind of company, what kind of vision you're going to go through. And then finally the 10%, which is managing your team performance, feedbacks, timelines, and intervention. That's very self-explanatory. The drivers of team success. Well, first of all, you need to have a very good visionary concept of what your company is going to be, and you have to have you have to have very high passions. If you don't have the passion to do something, then it's virtually impossible to continue a company that you have created, because you don't really care. If you don't care about something, how are you supposed to continue it? How are you supposed to develop the product? Like for example, if you hate math, Who wants to do math, right? Like for me, I hate. It's just, I mean, yeah, so, like I hate math a little bit, but yeah, I hate math. I really, really hate math, and so I really don't want to do math, and so that's why I'm not really into math, like events, like competitions and whatnot. So I don't really care. But I'm into politics, IR, and the business and whatnot. So I'm like participating in these business, concept things, summer programs, uh, MUN competitions, and debate competitions and whatnot. And so, I mean, that correlates to making your own company. Um, Second is your personality, skills, and experience. Personality is very self-explanatory. What kind of leadership personality you have? Are you more aggressive type? Are you more technical type? Are you more of a lazy type, but you still do things pretty well? Or are you more of the calm and like a independent? It like you share the views of an independent. What kind of skills you have? So this also ties into what kind of department you're going to be in. So if you're regular programming or something, then you probably would be in a technical department. If you're, yeah, whatever. Experience that. I mean, I'm guessing you guys have some experience in business. I don't know. My best experience. My first experience in business was when I was 8, when I sold duchies and I made 500 RMB. Yeah. So I don't know, that might help you, like gain the position of operations management or something, or whatever, or financial advisor, financial lead. uh, this is all dependent on how you guys manage your group. Interests, uh, what kind of that's really similar to passion, right? I mean, what kind of interests you have, like I'm interested in this and that. Yeah, that's pretty much right. What makes a good team? And so this is basically what LaunchX wants you guys to how do you say this? Categorize yourself into these 3 sections, which is builder, brancher, and business developer. I don't know why they made it to B, but last year it was not called this. It was called hacker, designer slash marketer, and then it was called the hustler in that respective order. Um, it's very self-explanatory. Technical advisor is the builder or the hacker, well, who does all the technical stuff. I mean, like if you have an application, most of the development process in which you have to like make the application, like coding stuff like that, it's all done by the technical advisor, which is the builder. The brander, person who makes the company logo, who does marketing, who does tracking, surveys, progress tracking is probably could be given to this person if they want to, but mostly it's about marketing and design for this job, or I mean this field. The business developer or the hustler is the operations manager or the finance manager. You can have multiple people for this job. You can have multiple people for any of these jobs, but usually operations manager is the visionary person, which is he or she does the visionary concept. So like has the vision of where the company is going, and then managing the entire team and the entire company. And so he or she probably would be in charge of like in charge of the progress tracker actually. And if you guys are doing your job correct, what is the builder doing, and then overviewing what the builder does, and then taking a look at how the company is in correlation to what the builder has done, and then you want to see if your company is going through that visionary concept. Yeah, and then for finance and sales, that's a whole different picture of the finance department, which includes like income statements, JKers, and stuff like that. I don't want to go too deep in that. Gross margin, gross profit, COAS, and stuff like that. Learn by yourself. um, but in terms of a team itself, you guys need to have a shared vision and passion, because if you guys don't, then like we said previously in this slide, if you don't have the passion, if one of your team members do not have the passion to to work in this project, then it would ultimately like fail, devastating. Like what devastating? It would ultimately fail badly or whatever. I just such a Trump thing to say. Uh, complementary skills. This is yeah, what I said just now. Each of your team should have at least one person for every job, uh, as categorized between builder, brander, and business developer, because all three of these jobs are very important. And if you don't have one of these, then you're ultimately not going to succeed in the project or company. You could have as one person take over two jobs, but you want to have some sort of balance between the members of your company when you create your company. Yeah, whatever. When you create a business. Important teaming criteria: shared vision and drive, diversity in skills, and strong team dynamic and communication. This is all very important collaborative agendas. Um, problem selections, how to create your company vision. Start the process by vision. Share the top few problems of interest in the group. That may be like you guys. I would recommend strongly that you guys focus on one field at a time. And so once you chosen what field you guys are going through, then you guys could probably expand to that field. What kind of problems are there? And so you guys could be like, okay, there's different fields like technology field. There's I don't know, real estate, or like financial services, stuff like that. And then he's like, okay, we're more interested in the tech field. And so we move into the tech field, then we expand more ideas to that. Move to areas that, okay, you guys can take a look at that later on, but we need to, we're going to sort of do this kind of activity on the first day of school because we need to submit our teams immediately. We need to ensure a balanced team. So basically what I said previously, you guys have to have like a balanced shared skill level. And so somebody would be in charge of technical issues, somebody in charge of operation issues, somebody in charge of marketing issues, somebody in charge of designing issues. And so like it should be balanced out somehow. You could share these share to assess the priorities, strength, and potential gaps. These questions, you can take a look at them. I don't, based on what I'm seeing, I mean, this is more of a collaboration when you're having a conversation between each other. Okay. Overview of the process. For all those of you who have not been here, last week, Monday, when we talked about, when we had an activity about brainstorming and ideas, you guys could use the same activities to create a problem or identify a problem and create an idea in order to solve that problem. And so for the people who didn't come, basically what you do is you start with, so each of the people start with a few problems. Has to be above more than 10 problems that you write down on a sticky note. And then on a board, you put them up on a board. You put all your ideas on the board, and you basically select which ones are more viable and debate amongst each other which ideas are better and could succeed. And then once you have a consensus, you start talking about, okay, what kind of things. No, once you have like a general idea of which ideas may work, then you start talking about what kind of customers is going your customers going to what kind of audience it's going to target, and what field about how much money, I guess, and whatnot. Yeah. And then later on, it's going to be about choosing which idea you're going to incorporate and expand on, and then start the elevator pitch. And so basically, that was what I have no idea why I introduced the elevator pitch early on, but I'll do that again next week, briefly. But this time, you guys can take a look. That basically the pitch is an outline of what kind of problems you're trying to solve. I mean, the one problem, and then what is the solution that you're giving, and your intended audience, and why you made this product, I guess, and why you're the team to solve it. So basically, this is the technical issues. These are more of the visionary issues. And so this is, I mean, technically, you guys need to only know about week 3 of this webinar, but I mean, it doesn't hurt to understand what we're going to learn about next week. And so we could be early on in this schedule in terms of MIT launch's schedule, but it's fine because we need to start working on our elevator pitches, and that's fairly important if we're talking about having other academic agendas to cover while trying to create a company on our own. And so anyways, I'll send all these things to the group chat. You guys have no homework at all, except try to get a general idea. You can communicate through private chat amongst group members in our MIT Launch Club who you want to cooperate with. So we have 14 people. And let's see. All of you guys should understand basically what is going on, whatever. And so yeah. So if there's 14 people, I guess we could have. I think Mr. Mancuso wants at least 4 people in each group, so it would be equal. Like it will have some sort of equal stance. So no, actually, no. Oh yeah, we just no. Okay. Oh yeah, Chloe joined and Rain joined. Anyways, never mind. Let's have 2 groups of 5 and 1 group of 4, so we can have 3 groups in total. And so yeah. Basically, what you guys need to do is try to find some people who are, somehow interested in or interested in the field that you are in, or you're interested that you are passionate about. You guys share similar values and ideas and whatnot, and start talking to them and trying to collaborate an idea together, and get a general understanding of what you guys want to make. And next week, Monday, which is 7, 8, 9, 9th, October 9th, we have to submit our club spreadsheet, which is all of our clubs with our names, and we need to submit our money. Just a reminder to all of you guys, each company, okay? So that means the 5 of you or 4 of you will have to pay $100 in total for you to be successfully registered as LaunchX company. And yeah, you just have to pay. I'm so sorry. It's in fact, I think it would pay off well, because once if you create a company that's successful, then you might even get your profit back and gain more income, because you made this investment. And so I mean, it does sound like some money, but each team would have to pay 100 US dollars. So that means if you have 5 people in each team, then you can have $20 per person to pay, and then we can have that company submitted, like just like that. But we need all the three companies, as well as the people, the members of the company, so who are going to be the co-founders of the company, uh, by Monday of October 9th. And so because if we do not submit that, then we don't get a mentor, and we don't get a progress track platform in the next like immediately or something. And so basically we want to catch up on what is going on. And so it would be very favorable if you guys have a general idea of what you guys want, and we can start almost immediately. Next Monday, I'm going to briefly talk about week 4's presentation, which we talked about just now. And also, we're going to start elevator pitches. Yes, but you don't need to bring your you don't need to bring your money just yet. Like, you don't need to be like, okay, I need to bring money on Monday. Like if you have a 5-person team, 5-people team, then you have to bring $20. You don't need to do that. You can just tell me, and then I'll be like, okay, I'll give you a record, but you have to pay at some point. So I'll probably give you guys a 1 to 2 week deadline in terms of that, and I'll use my own money to first pay for all of the companies, and then you guys can give the money to me, so we won't be off schedule. Yeah, that's pretty much it for MIT Launch Club as of now. One last thing, if you guys want to, okay, wait, let me guide you to that. So recently there was a hurricane disaster in Puerto Rico. If you guys don't know, just go watch Fox News or something. There was a hurricane disaster, and it's really devastating. And LaunchX is selling T-shirts to as a donation to Puerto Rico. The disaster in Puerto Rico. And so let me guide you to that. I actually sent a link to you guys like last week, if you guys are interested. And if you guys still are, you can tell me, and I will buy you one, but you still need to give me money. I will definitely buy one, and I have received one request to buy this T-shirt, and I hope you guys share the same values as I do to help this hurricane disaster. Oh my god, this is just, oh no, don't look at this. Oh, no. I have no idea where it is. Never mind. Let me take a look if I click there. Here. So it looks like this. It just has a logo on it. It looks very simple and whatnot, but I mean, simple is key to success, I guess. The more simple your company is, like the better, I guess. I mean, like, Apple does that. There's still 9 more days before we can after this fundraiser event is gone, and so it only costs $24 per shirt. I know this sounds very expensive. I mean, this sounds relatively expensive, if we look at this in RMB. But and think about what you're giving. You're giving to communities in disasters, and you're gaining this product, and so it's a win-win for all of us. So if you want to buy one, talk to me right now, or tell me in the next few days. I'll stop talking about this issue next week. So tell me if you want to buy this over the course of the holiday, and I'll buy one for you guys as well, and just pay me whenever. Yeah, it's a good cost. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Where's my Google? Okay. I'm so sorry. This is my first time doing a live stream webinar, so I have no idea how to use this. But I guess this is a success. I don't know. But anyways, if you did not join this webinar, it's fine. I think we could create a URL to put on the. I don't know. But let me see if I can make a link to view this after I finish the live live broadcast, and yeah, you guys can watch it whenever. But make sure you watch this before October break ends, so you have a general idea of what you want to do. Next week we can start elevator pictures. So yeah. Anyways, happy holidays. Bye bye.